hit record and let's go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone. On behalf of the league, I'd just like to welcome Amy Rendon to who has joined us from Rhode Island Housing, and we're happy to have you here today, Amy. I'm gonna give the floor to you.
Great. Thank you very much, Jen. And thanks to the League for hosting us today. And for everyone who's taking some time out to participate. Appreciate that. We really wanted to have an opportunity to walk through with municipalities who might be interested, some resources that are available right now, and to answer any questions that folks might have if you're considering taking advantage of those opportunities. So I'm going to walk through a pretty brief PowerPoint, which has some of the details available for you. And then as I'm going, feel free to jump in if you've got any questions or whatever. And then at the end, we'll also open it up for questions that folks might have. So I am Amy Raynone. I'm the Director of Government Relations at Rhode Island Housing. And the Municipal Technical Assistance program is run in my group with Stacy Wasserman, who, if any of you have participated in the MTAP in the past, you probably worked with Stacy on that. So let's dive in. So again, many of you may be familiar with the Municipal Technical Assistance Program, which Rhode Island Housing administered and then closed to applications when we started to get to the end of the initial pot of money that we had. So we have received some additional resources to support MTAP and also two other municipal technical assistance programs. We have an active RFP out for all three right now that applications to those three programs is due at 3 o'clock on July 17th. So coming right up, and wanted to make sure that you all are aware and have the details. So let's start with MTAP. Again, folks may be interested in this, familiar with this from the first time around. The guidelines are very similar to, and the process very similar to what we had before. Maximum $100,000 awards, the opportunity to apply jointly for a larger award with other municipalities. We've got about 1.6 million available right now. And projects have to be completed within 18 months. You must use one of the MTAP consultants. It's the same list of consultants that was out for the first round on MTAP. A difference this time is that before it was open on a rolling basis. So folks came in as you came up with projects and everything. That is not the case this time. We have less money and some of the projects are time limited. So in terms of the availability of those resources, so this is a competitive RFP this time with a set application period and an award, and we'll be making awards after that. Another difference this time is that we've eliminated the pre-application part. So previously under MTAP, you would reach out to us and say, this is the concept, and we would tell you whether or not that's an eligible use, and you would then go to one of the consultants. This time, we're asking folks to go, if you've got a concept and it meets this list of eligible projects, and within the other program parameters there, just reach right out to one of the MTAP consultants. And the application itself is very simple and straightforward. The meat of it is actually the part that the consultant will help the municipality with, the overview of the project and the deliverables and all of that. So no pre-application, straight to the application and working with a consultant. You can see here the list of eligible activities. That's the same list of eligible activities as we had before. So should be no real surprises on MTAP in terms of how it works and what it funds. The second program is Transit-Oriented Development Zoning Program. So this is a program that the funds are through the Department of Housing. They have subgranted for us to administer it in conjunction with these other municipal technical assistance programs. And it is really about creating TOD, transit-oriented development districts to enable housing development close to transit. So under that program, there is $974,707 available. This is SFRF funding, so ARPA dollars. So there is a drop dead expenditure deadline of December 31st, 2026. Any projects funded under this program must be completed, and all activities that you're going to be drawing funds for expended by December 31st, 2026, no exceptions, because that's a federal statutory requirement. Again, you're using a list of approved consultants. So Rhode Island Housing went out for this program and the next one that I'll be talking about to create new pools of consultants to do this work, in addition to the folks who are available there for MTAP. So we have a new set of consultants who signed up to be able to provide services under the TOD program specifically. You can see here the eligible activities, really focusing on the elements that go into creating a transit-oriented development zoning area, the boundaries, the feasibility, the putting the zoning pieces in place, and those different sort of aspects of the process to create that transit-oriented development zone. The third program is called the Pipeline Development Program. These are resources that came from the Housing Resources Commission, the Rhode Island Housing Resources Commission, and they also wanted these funds to be implemented by Rhode Island Housing in conjunction with the MTAP program. Similar to MTAP, but very focused specifically on project development. So where you are, very much focused on finding sites or identifying sites that are good candidates for affordable housing development, or taking a site that you already have control of or want to develop for affordable housing and moving it forward in the development process. So the due diligence work that goes into moving a project forward to be ready for competition for like LIHTC funds or something like that, pre-development work, architectural, the permitting strategy, all of those kinds of things that go into moving a specific project forward or identifying specific sites that can move forward into affordable or mixed income projects. Again, there is a set of pipeline development program consultants, folks that signed up specifically to be able to provide support to folks tapping into these dollars here. We've got about $400,000 available. Maximum award is $75,000. Like the other, like the MTAP program, the activities have to be completed within 18 months, although there is a possibility for extension under certain circumstances. All of these are competitive. So all three of these programs are competitive. It's not a ongoing rolling application. What it can't be used for, to reimburse consultants for costs incurred prior to the award of funds. This is we're only going to be funding stuff that is initiated through this award, or for work that the municipality has already contracted with the consultant to complete. So these are new projects moving forward. These are, I cut and paste out the consultant lists. These are all available on the MTAP website. You can see here the approved consultants for the MTAP, for the TOD program, and for the pipeline development program. When you're putting in your application, you have to identify which of these funding sources you're going through, and obviously the consultant that you're working with. These are all links that will take you to an informational sheet on each of these consultants and their contact information so that you can reach out to them. In terms of the process, again, the deadline, June, oh, that says June. That should be July. It is not June 17th. It is July 17th, 3 p.m., July 17th. There's a link here to the MTAP site on our website where you can get lots of information. We've got one pagers on each of these programs. We've got the link to the application. We've got the links to the consultants. You got to use those online forms, online application forms that are on that website. And the elements that need to be part of the application are that proposed scope of work, budget timeline, and a letter of support from the chief municipal authority in your community. Got to have that so that we know that the municipality is behind the application and supporting its implementation. We expect to be making awards under these programs in August or September, depending on if we can get to the Rhode Island Housing August board meeting or not. But that's the time frame that we're anticipating. Stacy Wasserman, as I mentioned at the beginning, is going to be administering all three of these. So if you have any questions, in the meantime, if you have any questions running before the deadline for applications, reach out to her. We do put up responses to any individual questions that folks raise on the website so that everybody has the benefit of seeing the answers to those questions. And obviously after that as well. One other thing I want to mention is something that is not out for RFP right now, but is coming soon. And it's a similar kind of municipal technical assistance opportunity. So I just wanted to put it on everybody's screen. It's called Housing Development Technical Assistance Grants. It's actually run through a subsidiary of Rhode Island Housing, the Rhode Island Housing Development Corporation. Some of you may be familiar with Ben Frost. He's our president of Proactive Housing Development. So his job is that he works with municipalities and with developers to try to move projects forward, help them get across the finish line. And this funding is really intended to complement that work. So he's got grants of up to $75,000. He also has a pool of consultants. You'll see that when this RFP goes out. The eligible applicants for those are municipalities, PHAs, and housing developers. Eligible projects have to be a minimum of 10 units and have at least 10% affordable housing in them, affordable for at least 10 years. And there has to be site control. The applicant has to have site control. And that project is really going to be focusing on helping revive stalled projects. So projects that you're trying to move forward, but have run into some kind of a barrier. Development of publicly owned land, whether that's municipal or state-owned land. Land banking and pre-development risk abatement. So doing that sort of early activity, particularly that pre-development kind of work, and projects that have already received funding through the site acquisition program or pre-development funding programs that Rhode Island Housing has been administering, moving those projects forward. So helping on that front as well. There's about $650,000 that's going to be available through that one. Ben's contact information is here. Again, we're expecting that in the next few weeks to be available, but that is not one of the projects that's under the current RFP. That's going to be coming separately. Okay, and I see that there are some questions in the chat. Let's go to those. For pipeline development, is there only one permitted per municipality? Hold on, let's go back to pipeline. Oop. We didn't put that up on this slide, but I think that is the case. Hold on, I'm going to take down the slideshow for a second so I can pull up the link to make sure. Yes, that is the case. Sorry, we should have put that on the slide as well. Because there's so little funding available, we are looking to approve only one per municipality for pipeline.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, I don't see any other questions in the chat.
Okay. Amy, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Did you have anything last words to say there?
No, just want to, July 17th, 3 p.m. Like I said, if anybody has any questions, Stacy is out this week. People can certainly reach out to me if you have any questions this week. But we certainly hope that we get a lot of municipalities. Again, this is not there's no matching funding or anything like that required in the municipalities. This is really just money that's available to help you all move forward affordable housing development. So we hope that we hear from a lot of municipalities putting in applications.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I will share this recording will end up on our YouTube channel. So for anybody who isn't able to see it. And Amy, do you want to just correct that to June or that June to July and
I will change
send me
that. Yep.
send me the slides, and I'm happy to share those out as well.
That would be perfect. I will make that change and send it on over to you.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thanks for being here, folks. If you have questions, let Amy know or let me know, and I'll put you in touch with Amy. Yeah, stay cool. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.